information. This is a pre-recorded webinar that the GGFA is hosting today about the Gold's Gym Challenge. We have 4 franchisees with us today that are going to share their story and their journey with the Gold's Gym Challenge. And the intent is that this will be inspiring perhaps to fellow franchisees that have never gotten involved in the Gold's Gym Challenge in the past. So you're going to hear from 4 different franchisees about where they started and how easy it really is to put a team together and get involved in the Gold's Gym Challenge. And so at this time, I would like to introduce Dave Kenyon. And Dave actually is one of the pioneers of the Gold's Gym Challenge, and he is part of the partner team of the Gold's Gyms in Hudson Valley, New York. Dave?
Thank you, Deborah. A little history on the Gold's Gym Challenge. In 1998, the Gold's Gym Challenge started in Wenatchee, Washington. It was Blair McKinney's and the Washington Apple Commission's brainchild. And a couple of years later, the Washington Apple Commission and the Gold's Gym International decided to promote the Gold's Gym Challenge with a $500,000 challenge. And we jumped on board at that point in time. I think the year was 2001. And we started it, and we had 4 people do the very first contest with us. And it was fun. It was very small. The 4 people had good results, and we decided that we wanted to keep it going. So every year since then, we have done the challenge and made every mistake you could possibly think of and learned from them and tweaked it. And each year we've gotten it better. And this year we're going to do it again. And we have we're projecting about 500 people to join our contest now. And, you know, we've gotten all the staff involved, the members are involved. It's become kind of its own little following. People love it. They talk about it. The staff is involved every year. And, you know, one of the things that, you know, for gym owners that have never done it before is start small. Start with what you can handle. I mean, it was myself I ran the first contest back in 2001, and, you know, I did everything. It was 4 people, so it wasn't really a big deal. But each year forward, I've kind of pulled in a staff person to help me, either, you know, the fitness manager or a group exercise person who had some extra time, or a personal trainer or somebody. And now, you know, however many years later, we have the whole entire staff involved, and it's kind of evolved into that, and it's something that people love. The staff loves it because members are excited about it. We do a staff contest as well, so our staff can do it along with the members. So it's definitely something that's taken on a life of its own. January is the best time of year for this. There are a slew of 12-week contests and challenges that all sorts of different companies do. The best part about the Gold's Gym Challenge is that it's a national event with thousands and thousands of people that do it every year, and we want to make it bigger and better. So if you're thinking about it and you're not sure, you know, let us know. Contact myself. I will be happy to shoot you an email and let you know all the things that we've done and haven't done. But it's something that you as a franchisee can be proud of. Do it at your own pace. There's 100 different resources out there for everybody who's done a personal training twist on it to a membership twist on it. You know, there's all sorts of things that are involved in it, and you can pick and choose whichever direction you want to go. So it looks daunting when you look at the 45-page manual. We've streamlined that. Make it yours. Do what you can. Make sure that you are comfortable with it. Handpick a person to help you run it. If you're a single owner or multiple gym owner, you know, pick a team. Have them be responsible for it. Give them some deadlines. And again, we've spelled it out with the challenge. We've taken, you know, the 3 people on this call have taken our resources and put them on paper for you so that you don't have to recreate the wheel. You can just kind of follow what we've put down. It's a fantastic program. It affects hundreds of people in your gym if you wanted to, but it also has more legs than that when it comes to your other services and programs. Your personal training program, your juice or shake bar, if you have tanning or not, the kids club. It affects every aspect of your gym because not only is it happening in the busiest time of the year, but it's also when people want to change and they're willing to do a little extra to change. So charging something for the challenge and giving them a little bit of extra service for that is a great way to get it started. And then you can tie it into the national challenge as well, which we can talk about one-on-one. So it's a great, great program. Our evolution, because we've been doing it for so long, it's become part of our marketing scheme pretty much year-round. Well, we start the challenge in August, and it goes till May. So we have like 2 or 3 months off, and we start right up again. And we do an outside marketing campaign as well. So it's definitely something that you can grab a hold of at whatever level you want to, and it'll grow with you, or you can grow with it. So that's our Gold's Gym Challenge story.
Thank you, Dave. Really appreciate it. And for everyone listening, we're going to show you where to find the resources for the Gold's Gym Challenge later in the program. So at this time, I would like to invite Mike Kennedy, and he is part of the executive team of the Gold's Gym of Los Angeles, California. Mike?
Thank you, Deb. Okay, I think what everyone's going to hear today is steps of evolution. With that, Dave was just saying, starting small, and that's definitely with what we did here in Los Angeles. The first year we did this challenge was, this is our 7th year, so 2008 is when we did this, and we had 5 locations, and we had to pay to enter the contest when we did this thing. We had the ownership had to put in $5,000 to it, and additional to that, we just did it free for our membership, and you could do it that platform also, which is a great way. We had 377 people sign up in 5 locations, and we thought that was pretty good at the time. Every single year we made a few tweaks to it. In 2010, I think they stopped charging for us to enter the contest. So if you enter the contest, your franchise does, it doesn't cost you anything. Bottom line is it can be nothing but a profit center for you during this time. Right now, when we started charging in 2009, we went to $49, then we went to $59 in 2010, and upped it to $79. And when we did, we need to make sure there was value that was included with signing up for the Gold's Gym Challenge. And I think we've done that. You get 2 free personal training sessions when you sign up. You get the POP kit. We have weekly seminars for our member base that's out there. And in 2011, we had 6 clubs, and we had, I think it was 800 contestants sign up for that, and that equaled $60,000 in additional income to the company during that time. Last year, with 9 locations, with the same format, we had over 2,280 people sign up for the challenge, which was pretty awesome. That was over $180,000 in revenue. With that, I think if this is your first time considering to do this, start small, do with what you can, and keep in mind of the evolution of things. Now, there's plenty of people that have made, like Dave says, lots of mistakes. I know here in Los Angeles we've made lots of mistakes, and we could curve that for you and make things a lot easier. With that, just kind of a evolution tip for you there. Normally, if you're doing one club, you probably want to have someone kind of be an ambassador for it, or a liaison, or the person that's kind of heading your challenge, a person that's communicating to your staff and to your members about all the ifs, ands, and buts that exist out there. It doesn't need a big daunting task. Additionally to that, there's 2 parts to the challenge that we have here in Los Angeles. There is the sign-up portion, which is where the staff is competing against one another inside the clubs, competing against the other clubs with who's signing up the most people, and it's a fun competition when you can have that kind of culture inside your facilities to where people are aggressively competing against one another to see who can sell the most of the challenges. It becomes a very money-making experience and a very fun experience for the staff and culturally. The second portion, obviously, is the most important part, which is the members' experience, which is with the challenge, where they go through the 12 weeks and they're changing their life. Here at Gold's Gym Los Angeles, it doesn't make a lot of sense just to sell memberships all day unless we can have some sort of fun experience for our members when they sign up for this challenge, sign up for their gym membership. And this challenge is a once-a-year thing to where we can really get behind this and make it a fun experience for the members and put some prize money out there for them also. With that, make sure that you're having this inside the Gold's Gym family. As I'm looking at it, every year our participation's gone up with more franchisees and more gym owners getting involved with this, and it builds in our community. It builds on with what we all bring to the table. So if you have any questions, you have my email address, and my cell number is 562-773-2552. Any tips, questions, comments, anything that you have, please holler. I strongly recommend getting involved in this. It'll definitely make you more money, and it'll definitely help out your members, and that's what we're all here for. Thanks, Deb.
Okay, Mike, thank you so much. All right, at this time I'm going to invite Todd Levine and George Schaffer, who are partners of the Gold's Gym in Webster, New York, to share their evolution story. Guys?
Thanks, Deb. This is Todd Levine talking. This is our 6th year coming up for doing the challenge, and it started obviously 6 years ago. Me and our PT director decided we might want to add in a couple small group training classes to help out probably the 10 or 15 people that we thought would join. Turned into something much different than that, and so I'm going to let George take it from here, and he can tell you what we do and how we do it.
You know, Deb, if you go to the next slide for us. This kind of next slide kind of talks about exactly where all of our members are and how they're feeling, especially those coming into the club for the first time, first of the year. They've maybe been out of fitness for a couple of months over the holidays. They're just trying to get back into it. We all know the numbers out there about if people aren't part of some type of group, either in group exercise or personal training, that that leads to attrition for us. What the challenge has meant for us is taking all this guesswork out of it. What we've really tried to champion throughout this process is large group personal training, and just training people in piles and having fun with them. You can go ahead into the next slide for us. So what we've done with them is really kind of what the two other guys were saying, is just try to have some fun with it, make fitness fun again. People are kind of like that first one there where the fingers just sticking out of the fist and feeling alone, not part of something special, just kind of doing the same monotonous thing, maybe in a rut with their program. Getting in and becoming part of the challenge is kind of makes me look at the fifth slide there, where it's being part of something special, united as a group, doing something together. People love to do things socially, and challenge really makes people part of that, makes them have a fun, comfortable atmosphere with people that are just trying to do the same things that they're trying to do, feel better about themselves, look better, have more energy, and just increase their quality of life. And I think by getting them together in something like this program, it's awesome, and it really creates a community right inside your club. You can go to the next one, Deb. What I've found and what we've found here at Gold's Gym Webster is that most people coming in, they make the commitment. They make a commitment to an exercise program. Maybe they just make the commitment to the challenge, and they're just getting in because one of the other things that's really cool is you get a lot of external members from outside of the club coming in because they hear about the buzz of the club. If you've done this for a couple of different years, you'll start to build some momentum in your community that this is something special. It's really unique, that other competitors and other people in your club, other people in your community and other clubs in your community, they're just not doing anything like this. This is really unique. So they make that. You get somebody that makes that commitment, and they have a desire, and they have some goals, and they have some things they want to do. And where we tend to start losing people is anywhere from stage 2 into stage 3. It takes so long to get past for most that rough stage where they can actually start enjoying fitness, make it fun. The lightning in the bottle whole thing there is just at a really quick rate. We seem to get people in from that commitment stage and thinking about their goals and the things they want to accomplish within their first week, really enjoying it, having smiles on their face, high-fiving a teammate, getting a high five from a trainer, and just having a great time with it. And then the last, obviously, and that's a lifelong process, is mastery. And you can go to the next stage. We always preach to our, you can go to the next slide, Deb. Well, we always try to preach to our members is, move like a kid again. That's all we all really want to do. Have a better quality of life, move like a kid. And you see that slide there kind of illustrates, when you're a kid, you run around, you have fun, you smile, you have a good time. We try to create that same type of atmosphere in our club, and the challenge really seems to allow us to do that. It's been huge for us. This thing can be very powerful. We like the team approach. What we do is we get our final number of contestants that are in, and we started small like everybody else. And what we do is we get all of our contestants in, we get all of our trainers together, and we have a little bit of fun with it. We have like a draft board, and the trainers go through rounds of drafts, and they draft their teams of members to differentiate it. Last year we did bandanas, and every different member group and challenge contestant had a different color bandana for their group. We run anywhere between 10 to 14 large group trainings throughout the week that we supply for our members. You don't have to do that. That's something that the guys have talked to that we've evolved into. And then we do 2 to 3 really large group training sessions where we have anywhere between 8 to 12 trainers running those things. And it's a pretty cool thing where you'll have 80 to 120 people in a large group training class. 20 people per station, and just having a blast, sweating, having fun. We do challenges at the end of those. Challenge winners will get something like a $10 gift card for the team. Maybe that whole team will get shakes that night. We try to switch it up and keep it new and do something different. And again, just have some fun with it. It can be a real powerful thing in the aspect that you can get some really incredible video footage off of this too. We're just shooting, we use an iPad mini in the club. We got some really, really powerful footage last year for our YouTube channel to show new members coming in why we're different and how we're kind of special and unique in what we do. And just overall, just have a fitness party with it, have fun with it, involve your members. Last year we were fortunate enough, we had a national challenge winner and in his category, and then we also had a second place runner-up. So it started off small. It evolved into actually training 100 people in a large group circuit on certain evenings to having a national challenge winner, and it's been a game changer for us in our club, and it feeds our personal training program throughout the year and really creates a buzz in our community about who we are, why we're different, and what we're doing. So get involved with it. It'll be a game changer for you guys as well. It's a very cool program and a lot of fun.
George, thank you so much. I'd like to, if you're watching this pre-recorded webinar, and we'll show you the steps that you'll need to take to get involved. But we do want to mention that for this year, and these sponsors have supported the challenge for several years, these companies, Metrex, ABC Financial, Matrix Fitness, Bodybuilding.com, Omni Hotels is new for this year, and Microsoft Xbox One are all sponsors of the Gold's Gym Challenge. If you've not been involved before, you may not realize that these are the companies that contribute to the prize pool. So the $75,000 prize pool, comes from these sponsors. It is a free program to franchisees. So also, to give you just a quick sneak peek, and I'm not going to explain this, the different pieces, but these are the pieces of the POP kit that are being shipped this week to all of the Gold's Gyms in the domestic U.S. So you will see these delivered to each of your gyms, and if you decide to put a team together and you have multiple gyms, each of your gym locations will receive this kit. It does not need to be ordered. It will automatically arrive, I would think, by Thanksgiving. So this is just a sneak peek just to show you just the quality and the professional look of all of the marketing tools that you'll have to place in your gym and to support the challenge and encourage your member contestants. It's just a great, great program. This is a new piece that's a handout for people that your member contestants so that they are completely informed about the process and what they should expect. So there's a lot of materials and resources that are at your disposal, just like the guys have mentioned, just a ton of information. And so these would be your next steps if you get involved. As Dave Kenyon had first mentioned, you've got to identify a team captain. You want to register your team, and the easiest place to find the registration and really all of the resources for the challenge are on the GGFA website. So it's here on this screen. The launch manual is also linked there on our website, and a hard copy of the launch manual will be included in the POP kit that arrives in each of your gyms. You'll need to view the official team leader webinar, and that is also available on the GGFA website. And really that is the complete instructional webinar that anyone involved in the challenge from your gym should view. It takes about 30 minutes, and it's definitely worth the time and effort to do that. And then, of course, display the POP kit. So in a moment, I'm going to show you the contact information for the people with each organization that are supporting the challenge. But before we do that, I'd like to ask the guys to share a little bit more. So, Mike Kennedy, you mentioned in the planning of this, and I do want to let everyone know that you, Mike, and Dave, and Todd are all part of the challenge committee, that you volunteer your time and work on the challenge each year because there's a lot of things that have to happen to support it and execute it. So we really appreciate your contribution. And as a committee member, Mike, you mentioned that the excitement around the challenge is, part of it is it's just good for the brand. And when, and I just ask you to speak more to that, because you also mentioned why the challenge is our differentiator as a brand. Can you talk about that, please?
Absolutely. You know, various companies and fitness or supplement or nutrition companies have these challenges that exist out there. And we have by far the most superior name when it comes down to getting in shape and health and fitness. And we as a franchise have the ability to reach out farther than and do more things than, say, these corporately owned gyms. With that, to have this united front and have this thing to where we all get together. I mean, we all go to the Gold's Gym Convention every single year, and we're always inspired by the members that come, the people that change their lives the most, our employees that do it, and this is really the platform to really get behind, I think, to where the entire Gold's Gym community can get behind this one thing and make it their own. Additionally to that, you know, here in Los Angeles we have 11 active locations and we have 100,000 members. And the reality is, though, is that every one of our members should be joining this challenge, because obviously everyone's going to the gym, looking to change their body, changing their lives, doing things a little bit different. And the more that we get that from the other franchises that sit out there, it just makes our brand stronger. Just one more thing that people are talking about. I was looking at a few blogs that our members were doing, and we had members that were in Arizona that moved away and are still planning to do Gold's Gym Challenge this year, and they're going away, leaving Gold's Gym Los Angeles and talking about the Gold's Gym Challenge again this year. And that's nothing but advertising. That's advertising that's going to be walking around the rest of this country and the rest of this world that I think we just really need to embrace, because it's really not that difficult of a thing to do. Obviously, the prize money sitting out there, we don't have to do any kind of financial investment as far as this thing goes. We just need to offer it to our member base. So I hope that helps.
Okay, great. Thanks, Mike. And Dave Kenyon, I'd like to ask you to just share a little bit about the importance of getting your whole staff involved. You guys have been doing this for years, and you've got multiple locations, but even whether an owner has one or more locations, can you speak to the fact that they might pick a team captain, and that person is running the challenge, but you guys do a great job of really including every member of the staff in promoting the challenge. Can you speak to that, please?
Absolutely. we all know that the staff has more interaction with our members than anybody else. The front desk, the shake bar, juice bar, the kids club or nursery staff, they interact with our members on a regular basis. They know their names, they know stuff about them. So getting your staff involved and you know, having them participate in the challenge, in their own little challenge, is a great way to kind of solidify the bond between the employee and the member and create those friendships. You know, even if they're just gym friendships, you know, people love to be friends with people, and people love to hear their own name. And if the staff is actively doing this and promoting it, you know, Mike mentioned that he incentivizes his staff to go out and recruit people, and you know, we do a similar thing to a different level. And you know, our staff loves to talk about the challenge because they've done it themselves last year, and they feel really good about it, and they want to tell everybody about it. So when you have success like that from an employee standpoint, they then in turn talk to members and other staff, and it's a great way to get it throughout the whole entire gym. The other group is the personal trainers. I mean, this is for us, and I know, you know, for Mike, and I'm sure even in Todd and George, that this really drives our personal training sales in the first 3 months of the year when we have the most people in the gym. You know, I mean, we plan this for 5 months so we can optimize our personal training usage and dollars sold during these 3 months. So the personal trainers are a really integral key to get involved in this. And we have separate contests for the trainers. You know, how many members can the trainers sign up, and how many of those members are going to finish. And we have little mini contests all over the place for our staff that, you know, really help incentivize them. And not only that, but again, create that urgency and create those relationships and those bonds that keep people training well into May, June, and July when the contest is even over. They've created that friendship and relationship, and they continue to go. So it's the staff is definitely the key. And again, regardless of where you start, you want to make sure that you include every staff member that you know and get them involved and get them at least talking about it.
Okay, great. Thanks, Dave. And Todd and George, I'd like to ask you, for someone that's never done this before, and it might seem like a daunting task, and it's already November right now, they may register a team in December, close to the first of the year. What would you say to them if they feel like, is it too late for me to start this year?
No, it's not too late to start at all. You just heard Dave, who has over 500 people in his challenge, say that the first year they had 4 people, you know, and just start. And there's never a better time to get in it. So much groundwork has been laid by franchisees ahead of those who are going to do it for the first time. The Gold's Gym Advertising Committee's done an amazing job on the pop stuff. If you see some of these shots that are on the Brand Center from category winners last year, those are real people that won the contest in the company last year for the brand. They look amazing. They put incredible pieces together. The tools are in place. Dave and so many other people have taken the time to go out there and put step-by-step instructions together. Just do it, you know. Just it's not that daunting. Go do something different, you know. Do something that's different from anybody out there, and, you know, just put one foot in front of the other. It'll come together. You're going to think it's the best thing you've done, and then every year just build on it.
Great. Thank you guys so much. And so if you're watching and listening, we did show slides with the contact information of everyone that spoke today. I'd like to also show you where to find resources for the Gold's Gym Challenge. The team registration is available. The link to registration is on the GGFA website that's listed here. The GGFA app is shown right here in the center. It is free, so whether you have an Android or any type of smartphone, an iPhone, you can go to your store and just download the free app. So all of the resources are right here on the app. This is a shot of our website, and also, as George just mentioned, the Brand Center on the GGI website also has all of the POP kit information and many of these other resources. We're all here to support you. We want to grow this bigger. Every year, the challenge has become bigger. We've had more teams involved each and every year, and again this year we'd like to just really knock it out of the park. So these are the contacts for the challenge. We do partner with Gold's Gym International. Dave Reisman is the contact through GGI. My contact information is there, Deborah Collins, and Visual Fitness Planner, which we really didn't get into in this presentation, but they have every year for the past 3 years created a tool that you can download and use for the challenge, and if you so choose, you can run the whole thing paperless and submit your contestants to national judging via the internet. So it's a great tool, and there's a separate webinar that teaches you all about that, but Amy Simpson is the contact for that. So again, thanks for listening today, everyone. We hope to see all of you, if you watch the video, that you'll turn around and register your team for the challenge. And so Dave Kenyon, Mike Kennedy, Todd Levine, and George Schaffer, thank you so much for presenting today and sharing your challenge evolution. Thanks, guys.